For as long as I can remember, I've been hiding a secret. I'm addicted to sugar. And now my blood sugar levels are high. The moment has come. Once again, I'm determined to kick my sugar habit. It doesn't matter if it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Every time I eat, I need something sweet. I'm at a point where I'm tired of feeling guilty and powerless over my addiction. It's time for a change. Let's do this right now.
Tschou zämä, my name is René, a Swiss in LA, and my goal is to provide you with ideas that get you out of situations you don't want to be in anymore. Here's how I know that I'm addicted. Number one, I keep doing it. Even though I really don't want to anymore. Number two, I sometimes eat sweets in secret because I am ashamed of my behavior. Number three, I go to great lengths to satisfy my sweet tooth, such as driving to the grocery store in the middle of the night, something I would never do for any other food. This whole sugar debacle also keeps me from achieving my goals, which are have a healthy relationship with food, stay in shape, and feel young, vibrant, and adventurous, even now in my 50s, and beyond. Now, most of us know that too much sugar can lead to weight gain, but there are much more serious problems associated with eating too much sugar. As a next step, I want to find out what can really happen if I don't cut down my sugar intake. I reached out to my friend Francesca, a board-certified nutritional therapist in San Diego. Francesca, what are other health risks of eating too much sugar, besides putting on a little weight?
Difficulty concentrating, memory issues, and then depressed mood and anxiety. Those are all the ways that sugar impacts our brain function. Diabetes, chronic inflammation, all of which are factors that contribute to stroke and heart disease. Another big one is tooth decay, of course. We talk about aging, premature skin aging and wrinkling, acne, kidney disease, gout, gut health. Sugar consumption affects telomeres. Therefore, we have issues with our cellular performance and cellular health. And by the way, all the systematic reviews on cancer show that overconsumption of sugar is a factor in about 60 to 95% of cancers. I would say sugar affects virtually every organ of the body.
Wow, there I have it. I need to stop.
So I need a new plan. But first, according to nutrition expert Francesca Orlando, I need to make a decision.
There's two ways to do it. Do you want to go cold turkey? Or do you want to go incrementally? Everybody's different and everybody's physiology is different.
Then Francesca suggested a 5-step plan to remove sugar from my diet. Number one, she wants me to start a food diary for a few days before the actual withdrawal, to see how much sugar I'm getting and where it's coming from. Number two, clean out our kitchen. I have to throw out anything with added sugar listed as an ingredient. Makes sense. I can't eat what's not in the house. Number three, avoid processed foods. Processed foods are often high in added sugars, so I need to avoid them as much as possible. Francesca says a good rule of thumb is to shop along the perimeter of the grocery store. That's where the real food is. And if I do buy anything processed, I need to read the label and avoid products with added sugars. Number four, emphasize protein. Foods like fish, poultry, meat, and eggs. It should keep my blood sugar stable and also keep me full. Number five, drink plenty of water. This will help my body flush out any toxins from the withdrawal. Et voila! What could possibly go wrong with this master plan? But first, a little side note here. I am used to experimenting. If you are doing a sugar detox for the first time, I recommend that you do it with the help of a professional, just to be on the safe side.
It is easier to make such a big leap when you're working with someone who knows what they're doing. So it's easier to have a plan in place before you start than it is to get super sick and quit. And then I'm never gonna do this ever again because it made me miserable. No, go see someone who knows what they're doing, can help you through it so that you'll be successful next time.
Okay. I started a week ago and I went all in, cold turkey. I completely avoided all added sugars, and of course not everything went as I had envisioned. It's day 1 in the evening and I feel good and motivated. Hopefully so, it's only day 1. By the way, I'm going to test my blood sugar every morning and also measure my weight. I'm just curious if I will see any changes. By the way, can you see the moon above the palm tree over there? I have something to confess. I needed to film some more scenes of me eating sweets for the video, and of course I couldn't stop after taking a few bites for the camera. I ate 3 of the 4 donuts. This is so embarrassing, and I apologize to those who were rooting for me. Back to square one. I'll restart tomorrow. Oh, hey, good morning. It's day 1 again, but this time I'm gonna do it. It's evening of day 3 and I'm watching TV and I have a bit of a craving. Let me show you, it's probably the 5th time that I went to the kitchen trying to find something, but of course there's nothing. So if I open up the drawer, all I can see is dog food. And that's not necessarily the dessert I was looking for. I can't find anything to my liking, and that's probably why I had to ditch everything, because yeah, like I said back then, if it's not in the house, I can't eat it. All right, let's go back to watching TV.
I'm on a weekend trip down in San Diego for surfing, cycling. It's always great fun. And I woke up with slight tension headaches. I hope that the cold water will relieve some of that tension, and I'll check in with you guys later. Let's go.
So it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. After the surf, I still had tension headaches, so it didn't help much. But then I realized that I didn't drink enough yesterday, way too less. So according to Francesca, you know, I need to always drink enough water, and that's what I did. I drank 2 liters, almost half a gallon, and that took care of it. So I'm feeling much better. Don't make the same mistake. Always drink enough water. All good for now. I just finished eating lunch and I still suffer from cravings, but I found a hack. I have to eat a lot. If I'm full, nothing goes down anyway. A stuffed stomach has just less room for dessert. And also important, my cravings are always much worse when I don't eat enough protein. If you only remember one thing, this is it. Eat plenty of protein. You're going to hear that one more time later in this video.
Hey, good morning. It's early and I already have headaches. That's going to be a tough day. All right, let's do it.
It's in the afternoon of day 9, I believe, and I have brain fog. I can't really focus, and I need to rest. So here's a pro tip. Don't try to quit sugar when you have to be on top of your game. You may feel weaker than normal and needing to take naps in the afternoon. And that's what I'm gonna do right now.
What this makes a hell for me is that I don't have anything to look forward to. At the end of a day, there is no reward. It almost feels like I have lost my meaning is the wrong word, but maybe I have lost one of my daily drivers.
Hey, good morning. It's the first day with severe symptoms. I have major headaches and I even woke up in the middle of the night because of the pain, and there's just no way I'm gonna stay home and suffer through this. So I am going surfing. That's the plan, and let's see if that helps. All right, let's do this.
It's 2 hours later. I was fine in the water. It's pretty cold, so I think that helped. It's roughly 12 degrees Celsius. But now headaches are back. Cravings are good. I'm not craving anything. I'm not hungry. So next up, I'm going to have a coffee, see if that helps. And then I'm going to walk dogs for about 4 hours. And I'll report back how it goes. And it's 4 hours later. Headaches are a little bit better. And I'm going to eat lunch. So, I just ate. So I just finished lunch and dinner. I'm just gonna eat one big meal today, and I had ground beef, gnocchi, potato gnocchi, some onions, and parsley. I'm gonna nap for a little bit, then do some work on the computer, and then tonight I'm only gonna have probably another protein shake, and that's gonna be it for today. So talk to you tomorrow. Since I was a kid, I associated sugar with celebrating and feeling good. It's at every birthday party, family get-together, or every dinner with friends. So sugar has this emotional and social component to it, but sugar also has a biochemical dark side. This makes it additionally difficult. This is interesting, let me explain.
Sugar is pretty addictive stuff. I read in an article that there are 3 reasons why it is so hard to quit. Number 1, sugar makes my brain release dopamine. It's a chemical that plays a key role in addiction.
Sugar influences certain brain centers the same way as cocaine and heroin does, by having the brain production of dopamine and endorphins almost as high as heroin and cocaine do.
Wow.
In animal studies, cocaine-addicted rats will go for sugar before cocaine every time.
Simply put, dopamine makes me feel good. That's why I want more of it.
Number 2, our bodies develop a tolerance for dopamine over time. We need more and more to get the same feeling of pleasure. And now I know why over time a muffin wasn't good enough. It had to be a piece of pastry and some chocolate. Well, only fine Swiss chocolate, of course. Number 3, when giving up sugar, most people experience withdrawal symptoms such as headaches, fatigue, irritability, and difficulty concentrating. It can get so bad that it is difficult to get through this phase. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. I think the food industry knows about sugar's power and puts it in a lot of their stuff. It's cheap and gets people to keep buying their products.
I asked my good friend and badass coach Paul, what can we do to stay on track when the cravings get really bad, when sugar is so omnipresent?
First of all, why are you doing that in the first place? You lost your mind? The first thing I would say is, you gotta think about why it is that you're doing it. You have your reasons, I'm sure, right? So connect with what it is you hope to get out of it and how that's going to impact your life. And then maybe write that down, because honestly, that's going to be your leverage in the moment when you're trying to make your decisions. Like, this is why I'm doing this. All things that are worth anything are not easy. It's going to take some work. But once you push through, you're going to experience those benefits that you're connecting with.
What else? Do you have another trick for me up your sleeves?
Yeah, I would say you got to prioritize animal foods, because animal foods are the best source of protein. And if you prioritize animal foods, you're giving your body a ton of nutrients. Protein is going to be the most satiating or the most appetite regulating of all the macronutrients. And so when you make that your priority, you're nourishing your body with so much good stuff. It's going to minimize your cravings for the sugar that you used to want. You're not going to be able to do that if you're just eating some salads and you're eating really skimpy. Brother, you've been here before. You got to push through. You know the deal. You're on the right track, and keep it real.
Hi, it's obviously in the evening. I'm watching TV, and as in so many other nights, I have a bit of a craving. But over time, I found a hack. Let me show you. And it's kombucha. Kombucha is fermented black tea. It's bubbly. It tastes slightly sweet. And it just takes the edge off. I don't drink the entire bottle, couple of sips, maybe a third of the bottle, but it's enough to make me feel satisfied so that I can stay in control. So this might be something for you to have in the fridge whenever you have a craving, try a kombucha, maybe it helps you too.
In the beginning, I suffered from brain fog every afternoon and I had a hard time concentrating. That is now gone. I feel like I can power through the entire day until late in the evening. This is great. Another major thing that changed for me is that before the challenge, eating was exciting, but in between I felt bad. Now eating feels kind of boring, but in between I feel great.
It's been 30 days into the challenge and I'm still standing strong. I have to say, I feel good.
It feels good to set a goal and make it happen. And remember, I only avoided added sugar. I was not doing a low carb or even a ketogenic diet. That's a challenge for another day. But still, one side effect of eliminating added sugars is that my overall carbohydrate consumption came down, which is great. My blood sugar has come down significantly, but not in a straight line as you can see. There's a huge spike on day 11. That was also when I had my most severe headaches. My weight has dropped 3 pounds.
Another big win came completely unexpected. On the morning of day 3 or so, I woke up and I felt grateful. For example, I'm grateful for my mom, even though she didn't reply to my text this morning. I'm grateful for being able to surf every day and that I get to clean the windows this afternoon. Well, scratch that last part. I don't know where this is coming from and if it's even related to my no sugar experiment, but I think it's a very cool accomplishment. I'm grateful for it. See? When it comes to reintroducing sugar, everyone is different. I do better cutting it out completely. I will keep added sugars out of my diet. I'll never be able to control myself once I open up this door just a little bit. No sugar, no problem. But for others, a little bit in moderation might work better. For them, having a treat every now and then keeps them from going off the deep end. Just know what works for you and stick with it.
We're almost at the end of the video, so let me briefly sum it up for you. Quitting sugar is hard, but you've got to keep trying. Failure is just a part of the journey. Don't give up on yourself. If I can do it, you can do it. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Tschüss.